But do you remember the fucking commercials that used to be on late at night from what was that guy's name that was as some get rich quick scheme where he said, I was making X amount of dollars a month from my 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh, the guy was like, I take tiny little ads in newspapers all around the country.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, but you don't say what you're selling in these little ads. What are you selling in these little ads all around the country?
You know what the fucking gimmick was?
What?
He said that was his pitch. I'd take out tiny little ads in newspapers all across the country. And then I branch and do more and more of that. And pretty soon he's gone from a 1-bedroom apartment. He's making $100,000 a month or whatever. He's putting the tiny little ads in for my, and you can find out the secret, right? And so you send the goddamn dollar or whatever the fuck it is, and he sends you back. He says, put a tiny little ad in it, says, send me $1 for my get rich quick fucking secret.
His name was Don Lapre.
There you go, Don Lapre.
Lapre, excuse me, Lapre. That's right. Now I do remember the name better. Hold on. Let's see if we can get some audio here.
Oh, good Lord. Anybody's audio but mine, right?
Well, Don's may sound better. He's dead. Hold on 1 second. Here's Don Lapre.
This is one of the most incredible things that I have seen.
The second way to make money that I stumbled onto was placing tiny classified ads in the newspaper. If you create and test one tiny classified ad in the newspaper that makes just $30 to $40 profit in a week, it could make you a fortune. Because the secret is learning how to take that one tiny classified ad that just made $30 to $40 profit in a week and to realize that you could now take that same exact ad and place it in up to 3,000 other newspapers around the country. That's what I did. I found tiny classified ads that made $30 to $40 profit in a week, and I placed those ads in around 1,000 other newspapers around the country.
Across the country.
That's how I generated over $50,000 a week out of my 1-bedroom apartment. And in my Making Money package, I'll show you some secrets about placing ads that's going to make you wish you started doing this 5 years ago. And there are millions of different types of ads that you can create. I've been talking about doing this for the last 5 years, and I'm still placing classified ads in newspapers all over the country every day of the week. I've been doing this for the last 5 years, and I'm still making millions of dollars doing exactly what I'm talking about. And now there are people that got my Making Money package, and they started placing tiny classified ads in the newspapers just like I did. Was it?
Well, let's stop it there. There's the pitch. If you wonder what the noise was behind him, he's on the beach. Those are waves crashing into the shore.
Because he's gone from a tiny 1-bedroom apartment from placing these classified ads. And now he lives in goddamn Tahiti somewhere with the waves and the palms and the fronds and the sands of time.
Do you know anything about how he turned out?
What happened to Don? Did he go back to please tell me he went back to that 1-bedroom apartment.
According to what I see here, he later began broadcasting infomercials for the greatest vitamin in the world. Whatever that may be. The FDA warned him about his claims that it is not intended to treat people with diseases such as diabetes, stroke, heart disease, insomnia, cancer. Because, he claimed his vitamins were intended for these people. Wow. And then on June 15th, 2011, the Associated Press reported that he was indicted by a federal grand jury in Phoenix, Arizona, on accusations of running a nationwide scheme to sell worthless internet businesses.
Wow.
Federal prosecutors accused Lapre of bilking more than 220,000 victims out of nearly $52 million. He was charged with 41 counts in tiny little ads. With 41 counts of conspiracy, mail fraud, wire fraud, promotional money laundering, and transactional money laundering. A federal judge issued a bench warrant for him on June 22nd, 2011. After he failed to appear for his arraignment, he was arrested on June 27th.
In a tiny 1-bedroom apartment.
Where he lived, he was arrested in Tempe, Arizona at the Lifetime Fitness Center. That's a good gym. Where he had reportedly lived for 2 days. with serious self-inflicted knife wounds to his groin.
Oh my, what? What?
I hate to laugh.
Oh,
I've never read that before.
fucking turd. Been living at the fucking gym for 2 days while stabbing himself in the groin? Wait a minute. You know, from the time that I first started watching those fucking commercials, I said I could believe if you said this guy has been indicted for anything, right? But if you said you will find that guy at the fucking Lifetime Fitness Center fucking stabbing himself in the dick,
Well,
I don't know if I'd have bought it.
The wounds led authorities to believe he had attempted suicide.
The hard way.
He was trying to sever an artery in his legs by... I'm sorry to laugh. It's just such a ridiculous...
This fucking guy that was organized enough to bilk 220,000 people out of $52 million, that's the best fucking plan he can come up with? That's the most efficient way of getting it done?
He had a tiny little groin. He just didn't know what to do. No, but later on he died.
Dude, I just placed tiny little cuts all over.
He later died, Lapre did.
From what?
He was in jail awaiting his trial, which was scheduled to begin in October 2011. The autopsy report stated that he died from massive blood loss after cutting his throat with a razor blade. I can't read all of a sudden. And he had wrapped himself in sheets to conceal them.
What?
I'm sorry to laugh. This is just the craziest thing. And he wrapped himself in sheets to conceal the massive blood loss from anyone who may try to save him. So he cut his own throat with a razor blade and wrapped himself in sheets so no one would be able to see blood spewing out of his neck. I don't know how that... Well, that was the tiny little story of tiny...
Started out to be so funny. What's the... maybe we actually ought to have some type of format for this show and control over what happens and not just go off on these tangents or wing things. If one of these days we're going to end up back at a one-bedroom apartment.
What was it? The question is, though, the internet thing that he got indicted for, that couldn't have been everything like he was doing in the 90s just because of, I don't think it would have been because at the time.
No, that was all new shit there.
So what was he, what were people taking out ads to sell? Was he selling them the product?
I think that was it, it was, because I have seen other of these type of things where you would send a $6.95 and it would tell you the whole procedure of how to put an ad in the paper and get these books printed or order these books and
like X-ray eyes and all these like goofy things.
Or no, just on how to get rich, and they'll fucking tell the story.
So you take out an ad about how to get rich?
You're how to get rich, and you get the material. It's like take out ads and say how to get rich and send them this pamphlet. And it just is a goddamn giant chain fucking letter. I don't know if that's what he was doing or not, but it's goddamn ads for people to send a minute amount of money, but in bulk, for something that it doesn't cost you anything, is worth nothing.
Well, for those who have been asking for a Don Lapre segment, I've never seen anyone ask for it, but there it is.